Guys, so we are now going to put the sump onto the bottom of the block, but first we're going to put the oil pickup on with the new gasket that I've got. So first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to remove these that are almost just dropped. So we're going to take these out, and then we're going to clean up the face with some cubby clean and just around the edge. Got to make sure everything is nice and clean. And clean the face of the pickup as well. So always make sure that your mating surfaces are always kept clean, and that way you won't have any problems with leakage or anything. Previous to the installation of this, I had cleaned a lot of parts here. These baffle plates I've cleaned. They were actually acid dipped along with the oil pickup. I had cleaned the bottom, like the inside of the sump, with some pretty serious acid. So I've cleaned a lot of stuff up. So we should be putting a nice clean motor back together. And I'm just going to check these before the sump goes on, just to make sure that they're all dandy. Alright, so now we're just going to use, you just can't get a gasket for this, so you just use some silicate sealant, gasket maker. This is what we have. Wherever you are in the world, just, it's probably called something different or whatever, but just get a gasket sealer or maker or whatever they call it in your country. And then we're just going to go around the surface. You can kind of see where it's been, the surfaces of the sump and the block have been mated together for such a long time, because on the inside here it's more dirty and you can just see that pattern trail going along. So just follow that all the way around. If it's not there, then just you could do it on the sump, but I'm going to be manhandling this by myself, so I'll probably get my fingers on it, so it's easier for me to put it on the block face. So we'll go ahead and get this old shit out. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and start laying our gasket on. We're going to spread this on after with a finger. Okay. Now, try and get the big guns out. Try and drop this bitch on. There we go. Mint. Alright guys, update. Now, great success. sump is on. So we've put some new sealant in, as you've seen. We've tightened all the nuts and bolts up on the front, around the side, around the back. So we're good to go. This is a great success. So now with that on, pretty much I don't have to roll the motor over again. It can just stay like that. And I am undecided. I might take that cover off as it sits and just replace the seal in there. It will have the same like gasket maker that we just put on, so I might do that. I don't know. I'll just ask my dad whether he thinks it's worth the extra effort to do it. I would imagine he's going to say yes, so we'll see what happens. So now we can just start to put like the inlet manifold on. There's a lot of stuff that sits under here. Like we've got this one here, which is, I believe, is called the AAC valve, which I've got a new gasket for. We've got this unit here, which I remember someone told me when I took it apart, but I can't remember what it's called. I've got my inlet manifold bits and bobs because they come in 3 bits. Okay, boys and girls, so now we're going to put part of the inlet manifold on, hopefully permanently, because it's been on and off like a few times just to double check things, because it's got like a whole pile of locating dowels. I'll get the camera on in a moment and I'll show you some of the stuff that I've done to it, but for the meantime I have already cleaned this, but you just have to be very particular about this type of thing when you put motors back together. You just have to make sure that everything goes back good, spotless, clean. As you've been watching in all the episodes putting this back together, I just keep saying, and so does my dad, you know, keep things clean, keep all the shit out of it, use clean rags, use Carby Clean to clean surfaces, so on and so forth. So it's just a good practice to get into. So we're just going to clean up these last 2 ports on the back of the head. So now I will show you what I have been doing. I'm sure you can already kind of see it. So what I did was I took this top bar off. Now I have a question for any of you internet people. Please tell me what this is, because I cannot figure it out. It's not a water gallery, I know that, because when I took it off to clean it, it had oil in the top. I think and suspect it's something to do with blow-by, kind of like a recirculation kind of thing. So I'm not too sure. Someone please tell me, that would be great. So we've took that off. We just sprayed it black just to make it look clean. And I've test fitted what it looks like on the car already. And we did the same thing for the actual part of the runners as well. So we took the injectors out, took the fuel rail off. Fuel rail is sitting right there, which is disguised in black, good. And then we took this bottom, this is a water gallery here. We took that off, didn't spray it black, just got it on the buffer wheel over there and gave it a bit of a polish up, make it look nice and clean and smart. It had a fitting in that hole, which then went to a hose. I believe it's in here, it's this one, with a bolt in the end of it. So I've got a blocker, but I want to find out where that goes first before I block it off completely. So this bottom bit may have to come off again, so whatever, we'll tend to that. We took all these studs out. It's got some anti-seize stuff in there when I put them back in. And then moving on, we'll come over here, and this is the next part of the puzzle. So I had actually took these springs off, took this control arm off, adjustable arm, for all of them, took all the locating dowels out that you see here. For each of them I masked the front up and I just sprayed these black as well. And then I polished up these arms. They looked nice and shiny before they looked like shit. And then kind of for this bracket here, I kind of polished that up as best I can. It's a bit awkward and I didn't want to get too involved taking it apart, so I did the best I can with that. And then now moving on to the actual inlet manifold. I haven't tended to this yet, but I will. I'm thinking just to spray it black as well. but I might just do something sporadic or do something dumb, I don't know. I'll decide shortly, because that's a piece that's going to go on soon. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a new gasket on that we've got. I ordered this a while ago and it came in the mail ripped, so I had to ask the guy to send me another one, which he did pronto. Thank you very much. I got that from Kudos Motorsport. So we're going to put that on, and then we've got some individual, they come in twos, so these gaskets, and they're going to slide over there. So we've got 1, 2, 3 for them, and then you need another 3 for the other side of those individual throttle bodies, all those sections that come in 3. So we've got 6 total gaskets. We've got all the gaskets that we need, and that should be nice and dandy. So everything's clean, because I can't stop saying how we have to keep everything clean. So now we're going to hike this. First part of this inlet manifold on. So you just saw me clean that face. So I'm going to clean the other face, and then we're going to put it on. Okay, because I received it rolled, it might be a bit of a biatch to put this on without breaking the gasket. No, we're good. Good. Alright, should I have this prepared to try out? Just going to take these one out. Okay, so now we've got the other side of this first part of the inlet manifold, or runners I should say. Now we're going to put on the middle bit, which has the individual throttle bodies as part of it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lay our gaskets on. Now keep in mind guys, you don't need to put any of that you remember that sticky shit that I was using on the oil pump housing gasket? You don't need to use that for this, because this is just air going through, there's no actual liquid. So we're going to lay them in like that. That just happened. Yep. Derp, derpy, derp, 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 derpy, derp, 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 derp. I put the wrong sides on, guys. I put them around the wrong way. Oh well. I thought it looked weird. Swing it around. Okay, so that's in and on. So for now what we're going to do is we're just going to put the inlet manifold on, and then we're going to just put some nuts on there. Just for now, just to hold that all in place. And then because I've got to repaint the inlet manifold, so we'll figure out what I'm going to do with that. But now we'll just put it on.